Chapter 68, Complications Solved. I need to return to Sanctuary, Orla said at last. It had been 3 days since the group arrived in the Essence Wells. The initial awe had worn thin, replaced by the slow realization of what was truly unfolding here. Orla had responsibilities she could not abandon without consequences. Threads she needed to tie off before they strangled everything Rylan was attempting. Rylan paced in slow, thoughtful circles as he considered the request. Kidnapping a judge, even willingly, was no trivial act. Sanctuary was not a soft city, and it possessed weapons far subtler and more dangerous than armies. How long will you need? He asked carefully. A day, 2 at most, Orla replied. I can bring back a healer, a purging specialist, for Vuet and Aaron. Rylan stopped pacing. Actually, he said evenly, I think we're going to move Nina into advanced work. Orla blinked. You're joking. She barely understands she has abilities, and you want her performing some of the most complex healing there is? Vuet placed a gentle hand on Orla's shoulder and forced a reassuring smile. We don't have years, not even with the Wells. Vuet hesitated. They all need work that will push them far beyond normal limits. That's not training, Orla snapped. That's recklessness. They're still learning basic manipulation, Orla pressed. And you want miracles? Vuet exhaled slowly. Rylan stepped in. She knows Aaron better than almost anyone else here. She healed his bones, his feet. Since then, he's been more present. More present? Orla echoed sharply. He drifts out of conversations mid-sentence. His mind shuts down the moment essence is mentioned. That's not recovery. That's barely functional consciousness. A day ago, Vuet said quietly, he wasn't conscious most of the time. Oh, well then, Orla threw up her hands. Let's just let the novice surgeon operate on his brain while we're at it. Vuet and Rylan shared a look, one layered with necessity, desperation, naive hope, and something darker. I understand what you're trying to do, Orla said after a moment, but this crosses from irresponsible into madness. What if you bring a healer to guide her? Vuet offered. Oh, good, Orla scoffed. So we let the patient die with supervision. Rylan smiled faintly. The healer won't leave. Orla started. You mean he'll stay, Rylan confirmed, voluntary or otherwise. That is required. Orla dragged her hands down her face. Anyone else you bring won't grasp the situation the way you do, Vuet reminded her gently. Orla nodded, rubbing her temples. You need help. Any help you can get. I understand. Yes, Rylan agreed, hope flickering. You need individualized training for recruits. Orla began pacing. You need your time freed to finalize your plans for Earth. You need solutions that border on miracles. Rylan began to look hopeful. You need more than one miracle, Orla said slowly. You need a force that can move independently, one that does not answer to the Shaper's authority. Vuet stiffened. If you mean judges, I do, Orla said, eyes alight. I am a senior judge, and I can recruit others under my mandate. That would require full disclosure, Vuet snapped. They'd make their own judgments. There'd be other consequences. No, Orla replied calmly. They won't. Vuet turned to Rylan, alarmed. You can't allow this. Rylan was smiling now, openly and dangerous. Go, he said to Orla. The world folded. Orla vanished. Vuet, we will be back, Rylan said. Vuet lunged, but it was too late. She was left standing alone among the glowing caverns. Her heart pounded. Had this been his intention all along? A handful of children, even empowered as they were never going to be enough. But judges? An entire foreign force, convinced they found a righteous cause? Her eyes widened as the realization settled in. What better weapon than an army that believed itself morally superior? Brett exhaled slowly. She would take Rylan up on his earlier offer when he returned. She would ask every question, and she would have all of her answers. And when the answers came, she suspected she would fear and respect him far more than she already did.